guys, so it's been a while since I filmed anything, and I've rearranged this whole room since then. So one of the last videos you would have saw on my page is me reorganizing my bookshelves. Well, since then I've gotten 2 new bookshelves and I've like completely rearranged this whole room. So I'll insert some footage just kind of the room and what it looks like now. But today I'm going to be picking my May TBR. It is May 1st, so you'll probably be seeing this a couple days into May. But I decided that this month I'm going to pick, so starting here, like 1 book from this shelf, 1 book from this shelf, 1 book from this shelf, and so on, of all my like unread stuff. So I'm gonna scooch closer and we're gonna decide here. So this shelf, I've got like Winter's Promise, Nightbane. I've got this whole series here. Ones we're meant to find. After the Forest, I started reading that one and I got bored, so I put it back on my shelf to try again later. Let's see, and here's the rest of them. I have read Crescent City. I just stuck it up there because I didn't have room anywhere else. I think I'm gonna go with A Fate Inked in Blood from this shelf. So, okay. Shelf number 2. So, I've got like the Kingdom of the Feared series, Aragon, Where Ivy Dares to Grow, Sorcery of Thorns. This is not focusing. Dragon Fruit. These are from an indie author, these 4 here, that I found on TikTok. We have these 2 that I am still in the middle of reading the first one, so neither one of those. Cursed Crowns, which I do need to read. Empress Crowned in Red. This Vicious Grace and this Cursed Light. I'm not really feeling starting a series right now. Well, I'm not wanting to start a long series anyway. So we've got these 3 also. So Daughter of Sherwood, Windfall, and The Crown Daughter. I found all these on TikTok as well. And then we have Wicked in the Pines. This is a duology here, and I got this from Whimsy and Wonder. They are on TikTok and I watch her spray them all the time. I don't think I want to start those. So since I'm gonna have a lot of books this month, I know I said I don't want to start a series, but I think I'm gonna go with these because these are short. So this one says it's 0, and then 1, and then 2 and 2.5. So I guess we'll pull 0 out, which is A Dance with the Devil. I'm assuming this is just like a prequel, so we'll go with that one. Okay, so this shelf, we got a couple more from an indie author here. Weapons of an Empire, Redemption Along Our Daunting Paths. Then I have the beautiful Fairy Loot Romantasy edition of Lore of the Wilds. Book of Night, The One Dark Window, 2 Twisted Crowns. Got some Book of the Month picks from a while ago. And then more towards this side, I have some series over here. So I'm leaning more towards this side. Now I've really been wanting to read this. I think I'm going to do One Dark Window. I know that's still a series, but it's only 2 books. It's a duology. So this shelf got, these are some that I've had for a while as well, except for like these are new and this whole set here is new. I've got Storyteller, Buried in the Bound, Faye of Ruth, which this one also came from TikTok, so did this one. I am wanting to read those because I've been trying to read more indie authors. But I think I'm gonna go with The Henna Artist because I've had it for a while and I've been wanting to read it. So we'll go with that one. I do really want to read these two. I've been excited for them, but trying to keep it just to one off each shelf. Like I said, I've got a couple like that duology and then the one's a little 4 series, but those are short books. So I'm trying to justify this to myself, okay? Okay, so this is more of a dark romance whole shelf here. So let's see, I got a lot to choose from on this. So we've got this series. There's a series by Heidi Stark down there. That one's a single though. I might go that way. Cause like series. Well, these two are. I think I'm gonna go with The Cursed Fae. This is a single. Sophie Davis. This is another one I got from TikTok. And it has these page overlays and some character art that came with it. And it's signed somewhere in here. There we go. So that's a really pretty book. So I think I'm gonna go with that one. Okay, next shelf. So we've got, this is all series. Haunted Love, When the Moon Hatched, Soul to Keep. We've got Run and Hide, Salt Kiss, Thrust, Grimstone, All He'll Ever Be. That one's a chunky one. What's Dark Within Me, Magic, Mayhem, and Madness, Silver Linings Drawn, and Darkly Depraved Monsters. I think I'm between Run and Hide and Magic, Mayhem, and Madness. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this one. And like, check that cover out. It's beautiful. It's disturbing, but it's beautiful. Okay, so this shelf I'm actually going to bypass because I'm trying to get as many books read as I can. And it's the whole Zodiac Academy series, and then I have this up here, House Duran. They're beautiful books, but they're chunky. So I'm trying to go with a little bit shorter books this time. Okay, so this one, we have series here, Dragon King. We have this one, the Mind F series, Rise of the Drakens. These are just shelf trophies here, but it's all these books. We've got that little series. think I'm gonna go with these. I don't remember which one's first. I think Saints goes first, so I'll grab that one. Okay, and then this shelf, we've got Flock, Exodus, all those. We have Personal to Take, that Harley Roar series. I've got the Emily McIntyre. I've got the rest of them back here in the corner. Got the Priest series. I don't remember what it's actually called, but and then I have all these Eve O'Neill books. So these four here, all the like yellow ones, are the first series, I believe. They're the Court High, so I think I'm gonna start those. Yeah, Court High. So They the Pretty Stars is what I'm gonna go with here. Okay, and then we have this massive shelf up here. So these are all pretty chunky books, but I think I'm gonna go with Heartless Hunter because I've heard good things about it. So I'm gonna have to dig this out. Next shelf, we've got, it's really dark over here. So we've got, this is a bunch of Jessica Cage books. So we have Tales of Novia, the Siren series, Jin, then we have some novellas, To Ada Wolf, Corruption of Gilded Ashes, and I think, like, not even looking at the rest of these, but I've really been wanting to get to a few more of her books because I read an arc from her, and so I think I'm gonna read To Ada Wolf. So then so back here behind this stack, I've got some classics and the Kings of Quarantine series, but all of these I just got in yesterday. These are all TikTok authors except for that one, but I did hear about it through TikTok. And then we've got, this one's also TikTok author. These I got all from Phoenix Crate. And then I think I'm gonna go with Wrath, even though it's a chunky book. It's like 700 pages. I think I'm gonna go with this because I've heard such good things about it. This shelf is also really dark. This is more of a thriller shelf. So this one just came in the Evernight box, which is a good contender. We've got Deadly Deceit, Silent Patient, a beautiful copy of Invocations, also from the Nevernight. Got all kinds of thrillers, Frida McFadden stuff. We've got stuff from the Book of the Month. So I've got She's Not Sorry. But I was kind of thinking about this one. But then I also have this one. It's from a TikTok author, and that would be helping with my indie author journey, so I think I'm gonna go with this one. So we've got Melanie Martin stuff, Kelsey Haas, of course those, I think I'm gonna go with this one though. Even though it's a series, these are like romance books, and I don't think you have to like read all of them, you know. And then the rest of that shelf is all read books. So we're gonna jump over to this one. And this is my romance shelf. So I got this series, Can't Read series. It's a series. I do have Just for the Summer. What to do? I think I'm gonna go with this one because this one sounded really good too. It's a romantic suspense novel, and that one is also a TikTok find. So next shelf, we've got a couple more down here, TikToks. We've got Ice Planet Barbarians, Magnolia Park series, which I started reading the first one, and I'm not the biggest fan. I'll probably read it at some point, but then we have, If I'm Being Honest, I have this one. It's like a little monster romance. Kiss Countdown, Power 5, Art of Falling, Pack of Misfits. That's like Faking with Benefits. We've got the Praise series, Kings of Chaos, Hummingbird, Sweet Encounter, and I've got the Promises and Pomegranates series, Lucky Charm, Villainous Wonderland series. I think I'm feeling this is like a wolf shifter romance, I think it is. Well, maybe I won't do that one then. Let's go with Lucky Charm. It's by Anne-Marie Meyer also. Next shelf down here, and don't mind my lamp in the way. Okay, so I think Twisted Ink is a contender. Unbreak Me. The Prospects I just got in the Afterlight box. Honeymooners, Funny Story. There's a lot of good ones on this shelf. I think I'm gonna go Twisted Ink. Okay, so the next shelf down is gonna be hard for me to like show you, but so down here we've got the Never King, Yours Truly, Pretty Girls, this Brutal Birthright series, some L. Kennedy, Book Lovers, Pucking Around Before I Let Go, Say You Swear. I think I'm gonna go the Never King because it's a shorter one, and I'm picking a lot of books this month. The Twisted series, Chestnut Springs. See some Katie Roberts. have read Icebreaker. I think I'm gonna go with Powerless because I have started listening to it on the audiobook. So, yeah. Okay, so it's a few days later, and I was editing my May TBR video, and I decided I didn't like how I did the kind of like showing the books after I picked them off. So I'm just redoing the whole thing. So like I said, it's a few days later. I did originally have some on my TBR as well that are ones that I started in April that I wanted to finish. So the first one is an arc that I was reading, and it is called A Healing Mate. And so it is about werewolves and it's the next king in line and his mate, and then they actually add a third mate, but there is this new drug going around, and they're trying to like take down the dealers and stuff, and then the sister goes missing, and so they're just like dealing with all of that. So it was a pretty good book. I did end up finishing it last night. Like I said, this is a few days into May now. And then we have Emily Wilde. So this one I read about a third of in April, and I'm wanting to finish it this month. So this one is about Emily, and she's like a scientist. She's going to write an encyclopedia about the Fae and all of their culture and like the different types of Fae and everything. So she goes to her last place she's wanting to research in, and her like co-worker ends up showing up, and his name is Bamblebee, and he is kind of like wanting to write the introduction to her paper, and she thinks that he's gonna like take the credit for it, and she's also suspecting that he might be Fae. So like I said, I'm like a third of the way in, but I'm wanting to finish this, so I'm kind of bumping that over to my May. And then this one, Daughter of No Worlds, I'm about halfway through from April, and I've been listening to this on audiobook, so I'll probably finish listening to this one this month. So we got that one. This one is Tasana, and she was enslaved and basically forced to like perform magic for entertainment, and something happens and she has to run, and then she joins the orders, and they are basically training her how to use her magic to fight and things like that. So then the other one's not in this stack. I have borrowed these from my mom, and I need to get them back to her. So I got fuzz all over it. So Call Me Tuesday by Lee Byrne. So this is a family friends family. So this is an acquaintance of ours, and this is based on a true story of her childhood and the abuse she suffered and craziness that happened. And my mom's read it a couple years ago, and I remember her talking about some of the crazy things that happened. So this one is the first one, and then Call Me Cockroach is a continuation of that story, and this is as she's like grown up and how she deals with the repercussions of her trauma and all. So yeah, these are very messed up stories. And then we have There's Been an Accident. This is her newest book, I believe, and this is about a girl. Her parents were killed in a car crash, and she survived and had to tell the police that there was like blood all over the window, like when it happened, but there's like no traces of blood. So they like think that she's lying, that she's crazy, that she's just like trauma or whatever. So 13 years later, she lives there with her grandmother, and she meets Zane Isaac, and yeah, so then she starts kind of having things from the past come up. So those are the ones that are not in this stack. I also have 3 arcs that I need to read. So yeah. But I'm gonna get into these. So Lucky Charm by Anne-Marie Meyer. So this is about, well, it's based on, not based on, it's inspired by Taylor Swift and Travis. So this is an aspiring singer that has moved to Nashville, and she's really good, she just doesn't have the visibility. So her new neighbor is her brother's ex-best friend, and he is an NFL player. So her best friend comes up with the idea that she needs to fake date him to get the visibility, and so he agrees to it, and yeah, you know, their romance kind of goes on from there. So, and then we have Powerless by Elsie Silver. So this is the next one in the Chestnut Springs, where I've been reading the series, and I have been listening to this already on Audible. So this one is about, it's been a little bit since I listened to it, but it's about Jasper and Sloane. So basically, you know, like, they knew each other from when they were kids, and she is getting married. Well, she finds out last minute that her fiance screwed a stripper on his bachelor night. So she breaks it off with him, and she goes to stay in Chestnut Springs to kind of get away from it all. So then it's their connection rekindling. So we got that one. And then we have Anne-Marie Meyer, rule number 1, you can't date the coach's daughter. So this is like a cute little like high school romance, and it's, you know, she's the coach's daughter, and basically if any of the boys on the football team try to flirt with her at all, her dad makes them like run laps and stuff. But she is like infatuated by Tyson, and let's see, he's a senior, her dad hates him, and yeah, I don't know. So of course, since her dad hates him, she's obsessed with him. But yeah, so this one, like I said, cute little high school story. There's a whole series of them. So, and then we have Run and Hide by Beatrix Hollow. So this one is about a girl that let's see, monsters, shadows, gills, wings, and more. The things I fear crave me, and they've been here the whole time, hiding, waiting, and wanting. So these things have kind of like been stalking her whole life, and she goes camping with her family in the, where's it at, West Virginia, I think. Yeah, West Virginia, like woods and shit. And so her family is obsessed with cryptids, and they are trying to catch one, and so they use her as bait. So this one seemed really interesting. And then we have There Are No Saints by Sophie Lark. And so this is basically a stalker romance, and it's a serial killer that she escapes him, and so he becomes obsessed with her and he starts stalking her. So this is the Sinner's Duet, and so There Is No Devil is the second one, but this month I'm just gonna read this one. And then we have They the Pretty Stars. So this is by Eden O'Neill, and it is the first in the Court High series. So what did I say?
We're gonna make food! Make my food! Make my food! Where you at? I can hear you, but I can't see you. Where you at? Look my wall. Let's say wall destroyer. My superpower, destroy wall.
Get him!
Yeah.
What do? You come to visit? Okay, so this one is They the Pretty Stars by Eden O'Neill, and it is the first in the Court High series. So she has like the Court universe, so Court High, Court University, and then Court Legacy. So this is like the first in all of her series, and it is about a girl's sister goes missing, and so she moves in with her father to go to the school that her sister went and kind of like investigate what happened to her sister. And there's this like boys club with all the like rich popular boys that kind of run things, and so of course her sister's tied in with that. So this is kind of like a dark romance. So got that one.
Meow. Look at that little Tums. How can you not get Buzz on that? Don't give me the kicks. You showed me that time. Oh.
So then we have Wrath by Ella James. So this one is an stepbrother romance. So he moves in with his dad, I think. I was trying to read it and find out, but yeah. So he moves in with his dad, and everybody thinks that it is to just play varsity football, but he's got secrets, and he can't stand his new stepbrother and thinks that he's like a goody two shoes and all this. But then I guess they start to have a thing. So I've heard really good things about this, and it is a big book. But yeah, so we're gonna try it out. And then we have You Belong With Me. So this is about Alana, and so she has like moved to escape her ex-fiance, and she's now bartending, and she gets a new boss and starts to fall for him. So like they start to have like a little relationship, but there's somebody else that's been watching her and has been like stalking her and stuff, and he is determined to do anything to keep them apart and claim her as his own. So this is it says a romantic suspense novel. And then we have The Never King. This is by Nikki St. Croix. So this is like a Peter Pan, Captain Hook like retelling. So the Darling women have always disappeared like right around their 18th birthday, and so her mom is trying to like lock all the doors and windows and stuff and try and keep her safe right before her 18th birthday, but she's like you know, it's pointless. He's coming for me anyway. So, yeah, the Never King and Lost Boys aren't willing to let me go. So this is like the start of a little series. There's like 4 books, so I've got that one. And then Twisted Ink, and this is by A.M. McCoy. So she is a romance writer, and she's meets Dallin, and he's tall, tattooed, and irresistibly delicious. And so she like takes inspiration from him and whatever, and like they start a thing. But then he brings in 2 friends, and then they all want to share her. So yeah, we have this one. And then we have To Aid a Wolf by Jessica Cage. And this one is about a fairy, Kiora, and she runs into an injured wolf. So the fairies kind of like stick to themselves and stuff, and so she's like, shit, should I help? And
get over here. Get over here, quit running.
But she's like, should I help and be, you know, like have my kind mad at me, or should I help save him? So yeah, and it's kind of a shorter little like novella. And then we have A Dance with the Devil. This is by R.L. Davenor. Did you get her? No? Okay. So Dance with the Devil by R.L. Davenor. And this is the Curses of Never. And this is book 0, it says. So in this one there was like 0, 1, 2, 2.5. So I'm assuming this one goes first. But this seems like it is like Captain Hook, because this is like another Peter Pan type retelling. So this sounds like it's Captain Hook and his lover, and she is being forced to marry. So he lost everything: ship, crew, freedom, and nearly my life, but nothing hurt as much as losing Scarlet. Her scorned fiance now holds her captive. Unless I do something, she'll be forced to marry him. But then, like, she planned everything, apparently. So, yeah, I've been getting a lot of, like, Peter Pan retellings lately. So, yeah, we'll see how this is. And then we have The Cursed Fae. So, let's see. Winter, it says, is a fae that was raised by humans, and vampires find her, and she flees to Arcane University to like try and be safe, but then students start dying, and they're drained of their magic, and she realizes like she's not safe, and so then they're trying to figure out what's going on. And then we have Heartless Hunter by Kristen Cicerelli. And so I've heard really good things about this one, and I've been wanting to read it since I got it. But so it is about a let's see, what is her name? Rune. So Rune spends her nights being the Crimson Moth, which this book is also called the Crimson Moth in other places. But she goes and like saves her people or whatever. And then there's the hunter that is after her. Well, then they both get into this like relationship, and they're trying to like play each other for different reasons. And yeah. So then we have One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. So this is, what's her name? Elspeth, I think. So she has a spirit trapped in her head. She calls him the Nightmare. But it says he protects her, but nothing comes for free, especially magic. So then she meets a highwayman on the road, and they start their little thing. They go on a quest, and yeah, start to fall for each other, but the Nightmare is slowly taking over her. Okay, and then we have A Fate Inked in Blood by Daniel L. Jensen. So this one's another one I've been wanting to read for a little bit, and it is Freya. Yeah. So Freya is in an unwanted marriage, and let's see, her husband betrays her, and she has to like do this like fight to the death with his son, and she has to reveal her secret that she is a shield maiden. And so then the king, or her husband, whatever, decides that he's going to use her, and thinks that, believing he's destined to rule Scotland as king, he binds Freya with the blood oath and orders Bjorn to protect her from their enemies. So she must train and fight and whatever. Basically she's been forced into all this. And then we have The Henna Artist, and this is by Olga Joshi. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So 17-year-old Lakshmi, she makes her way from her 1950s rural village to the vibrant pink city of Jaipur, and she becomes the henna artist and gets to know all like the local ladies, and basically like they come to her for advice and different things, and you know, then of course the henna, and so like, you know, she started over and everything. Well, then all of a sudden her husband that she ran from pops up with her sister that she didn't know she had. So yeah, this one sounded really interesting. It's something different, you know. And then okay, last one, we have The Haunting of Chateau de Mornay, and this is by Blake Edward Andrew. So this one is basically an abandoned chateau, and this couple buys it to renovate it and stuff, but it's haunted. So this little thing on the back says, she uses him as a slave, bowing to her every desire out of love and need for her. The only problem is that he isn't real. So I don't know who isn't real, but this sounds really intriguing, and I found this on TikTok, and yeah, so it sounds really interesting. So that is my way too many books to try and read in 1 month, but we're gonna see how many I can get through. So let me know if you've read any of these and how you liked them, and yeah, like I said, we'll see how many I can get through, and I'll keep y'all updated. All right, bye.